The Upshaws. Guys, we are finally going to be talking about the Upshaws. Its season has finally come out, 7 seasons of the Upshaws, and I want to go ahead and say this. If you guys have not seen this show, I first off recommend it because if you're a fan of like Mike Gimps, Wanda Sykes, Kim Fields, whoever, definitely check this show out because it's kind of one of those shows that if streaming wasn't a thing, I don't think this show would have been able to be done. Not only from the language, but just from certain things that get said. But overall, it works for Netflix. But going into season 7, we have where Benny is still in partnership with Lucretia and of course Frank. And again, he has issues throughout the entirety of the season with trying to hold on to the shop because again, knowing Benny, he's always gambling, he's always doing whatever, and then it don't help that one of his biggest ones of his clients starts running for council, and before that even happens, Regina is running for council as well, which this whole season was pretty much wrapped around her going through council because you just see her trying to go through, certain things she did in her past, or she's trying to deal with, the kids, or she's going through whatever, and having debates and trying to get one's votes, whether it's, people from the old folks' home, whether it's the church, regardless of whatever. And surprisingly enough, she wins. She wins. And that's what really got me was she was the focus of this season. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, okay, I understand they wanted to do something with Regina's character, but it would have made more sense if she would have stuck in medical because it seemed like that she enjoyed it more than trying to be a councilwoman. And honestly, it was boring. I will admit that it was boring because I didn't care about her going for councilman. I didn't care. I just wanted a good story, and it seemed like they focused on that. And Benny, of course, I'm surprised Benny didn't cost her the election with all the stupid crap he does. But overall, it was still funny between that and then Calvin, street racing, getting into trouble, them trying to handle with his baby mama, and her husband now, and they can't do anything. And then of course the oldest daughter is getting upset because her mom's not paying much attention to her, and also wanting to go to France for abroad for studying, which she does. And then of course with Bernard, which again I gotta talk about Bernard on this because again, he was really trying to be a better father. I will give him credit on that. He was really trying to be a good dad, and he was going through a lot this season with trying to find a place to live because he was staying at his baby mama's house, and she decided to sell it because again he was only staying there temporary. He had a choice to either live in the apartments that Lucretia had or stay at home, and he just nothing worked. And then finally, because he was staying in the gym, he was finally staying at Lucretia's apartment. She put him through hell on that, and he finally got to where he wanted to be, and he started helping with his mom's campaign. But then he runs into his ex, and it's like, and then his ex is living with another dude he tried to go out with. And what's really funny is that the dude comes to the gym or whatever to vote, and he starts talking to him. He's like, "Oh, I want you back." Da 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 da. And they just get back together. And I'm sitting here, and I'm like, bud, you just they whistle and you start running, don't you? So in that, I just really lost a lot more whatever respect I had for Bernard, because to me, I think he's one of those where he tries to act so tough and all this and that, but at the same time, yeah, he just wants companionship. But at the same time, it's like, bro, you're kind of a wimp at that rate when this dude is just oh, like, oh, come on, whistling, you just come right back. It's like, bro, come on, have some self-respect for yourself. Like, cause how do you know this dude ain't gonna run again? Type deal. It's like the whole thing. I mean, regardless of whether it's women or whatever the case of it is. And I just was sitting there, and who I was watching with, we're both like, what the hell? So anyone that I've seen so far, everyone's like, really? So I just found that hilarious. But they ended up going to San Diego so he could raise his daughter, be closer. And then the oldest daughter goes abroad, and Calvin starts helping Benny because Benny does lose the shop. He pretty much sells it so he can, pay it off or do whatever. And Lucretia and Frank, they go on a cruise and all this other kind of stuff. So they pretty much, almost everybody kind of got their ending in this show. And it just felt like they were trying to put a bow on it, but there was nothing too like amazing to go, oh my god, we really did this. We really, was like, okay, cool, because everyone kind of had their own thing. And I will say this, and from everything that I heard, the reason why the show ended was because there was a lot of personal agenda in this show that I think Regina King was trying to do, from what I understand. And there was a lot of conflict between her and Wanda Sykes, and they didn't want to put that in there, because I will say this, there was some racial stuff in here against whites like normal, but it was a little bit more off and on. And then them trying to bring up politics, like, Wanda Sykes having an argument with old man, but why are you trying to make America great again, what's wrong with it? It's like, bro, none of that was really needed. None of that was really needed. I mean, I was already enjoying the show, and there's times that, yeah, it falls for the comic relief, or it just, some of the story just doesn't make sense, because, again, everyone in their right mind has already said that most of these kids are spoiled as hell, right? Most of these kids are spoiled as shit. And at the same time, people are surprised that Benny and Regina stayed together as long as they did, which honestly, I think they should have gotten a divorce. Same thing with Frank and Lucretia. I'm surprised they stayed together as long as they did. I'm surprised they didn't get a divorce. Because anyone in their right mind somebody would have been divorced. Because of the whole ordeal of what they go through on both ends. So, it's over for the Upshaws. Season 7 is in the books. What'd you guys think of it? I mean, in all honesty, I'm sitting here and I'm going, it was okay, but it could have been better, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you as always on the next one.